be doing the most powerfulest thing in that area at the time. She said, and that's utilizing this time to get your families back together.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. That hit us up because she's a historian. She said she studied a lot of things. She said, and that is one. She said, without families, there's no culture. There's no food. What she say? There's no food. There's no fashion. What she say? Cause there's no community, no neighborhood.
Nothing.
She's a historian, cuz a person who studies history
for a living. She makes a living in the system, studying and stuff.
And she told us what we already know. She said, because everything was created by families. We know that, but that's the message we're stressing.
Yeah.
Buddy, Fred. Hey, bro, where you get that outfit from? Outfit, bro? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I got it at TopTagCrew.com. You know, the original people in the Eve gene, they represent melanation across the globe, bro. Go to the website, get you the outfit.
Peace, family. Welcome to another edition of the Lead Your Lineage podcast. Another podcast for individuals seeking to end generational dysfunction.
Oh, man.
What's good, cuz?
Hey, a lot, man. A lot. Learning, man. Learning, cuz. Just learning through this lesson called life. Being me, cuz. Being open. Being curious. Making sure I'm learning new tricks. You know what I mean? Your boy just turned, by the Gardadian calendar, 30, you know, but I'm probably around like 25, you feel me? But, you know, feeling good, cuz. Had a nice party, man. And like I said, man, I'm just learning, man, through this lesson called life. Being this 30, what everybody say, and leaving my 20s behind, I feel more of a man. I feel more, you know, my manhood coming more. I feel more calm. I feel my patience growing more. I'm like, okay. People like how I feel. You know, normally when people ask me how I feel turning, when you was 20, when I turned, all my ages going from one age to the other, it really didn't feel too much of a difference. Besides when it was 20 and 21 and 18, 17 and 18 and all that, but at 29 and 30, it do feel different for me.
Man, yes. It
feel different for me, cuz.
Yes.
I'm more patient, man. I'm doing that a lot, understanding a lot, knowing that this is always a working building, man. Once you build your house, you got to do maintenance on it. So it's never forever forget. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Eventually them pipes gonna run out. Eventually, you're going to have to replace some pipes. Eventually, you're going to have to redo electricity. So I'm growing in here to more myself. Got more hair on my chest, you know what I mean? Like I'm Tip. Shout out to Tip. You know, tipping ain't easy. You know, so man, I'm feeling good though, cuz. Hey, cuz got me the watermelon juice, you know, so I'm about to be sipping, quenching my thirst, man. Living good. I'm still feeling good because, you know, my birthday wasn't too long ago. It was what, Sunday? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Sunday, so I'm still feeling good off of that, you know. But my cousin came. You know what I mean? He did his thing. He showed himself, man. And I'm glad he had a good time. I'm glad he came. I'm glad he had a good time. I'm glad everybody had a good time. I'm glad everybody who came, man. And if you missed that, you're lame, man. We had a great one, man. We had a great one, for real, man. Because how you feeling, though?
Man, everything that you just stated about 30, like I felt that, and all my guys felt that too. Like I think it's something like biologically when you turn 30.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, this shit starting making sense now.
Yeah.
I don't know what chemical, biological reaction it is on a scientific level, but spiritually it feels different.
And it's probably some real significance to it, though.
I believe it is, but also too. So I'm feeling what you just said, because I went through that
last year,
yeah.
That's why I always respect you and call you Big Cuz.
Yeah. So outside of that, I'm feeling great, man. It's been I'm on the other side of stress. What I mean by that, and this is like what some people will call good stress, right?
Yeah.
The book is finally live.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's out. It's live,
so when this drop, that means they can get it. Make sure y'all go get my cousin book. Make sure y'all go get it. You already know. Knowing the Stranger Within, Volume 1.
Yes, indeed.
Volume 1, cuz.
And it's literally the inspiration behind writing it was Knowing the Stranger Within, Volume 1 to be the how-to manual for the Lead Your Lineage brand.
Okay.
So it benefits everybody that's on this journey to end generational dysfunction, because you have to lead yourself so you can lead your lineage. As we always said at the end of the episode. You know what I'm saying? So it's all interconnected.
It is.
And I said on the other side of stress, because that process of formatting the book and then having to go back and make changes and then having to go back and make changes again. It was if I didn't fortify my mind prior to going through that process, I would have quit. Because it was a lot of just like, damn, just a lot of little nitpicky stuff that made a big difference to the sum of everything I was doing. So if I didn't do that little nicky-knack stuff, the book wouldn't have got published. If I didn't open my mouth and ask for help, the book wouldn't have got published. So it's like little things like that, little things such as that when I say I'm on the other side of stress, that's like a weight lifted off of my whole being. Right. It's like, we got it done. Now we just got to, thank you, cuz. So now we get prepared for the book launch celebration. I'm excited about that. I'm invited people out. We got a beautiful facility here at P30 to host it. So I'm excited about that, cuz now we just got to, everything now is like out of my control, essentially. So now this is like from now till the 29th, I'm running on faith. It's all faith. It ain't physical. It ain't mental. It's all faith. It's literally all faith.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's faith.
It's all faith from now to then, because everything's out of I controlled the controllables. I did my part. Now it's all up to the divine team, so that's where I'm at, man. So I'm feeling great. I'm on the other side of that stress. Good stress. I don't good stress.
You know what I loved about your message right there?
What's that?
That part where you said you had to keep going back and fighting round after round to make sure everything is correct. To make sure you tie you do you tie your T's and you dot your I's. You made sure everything was great, cuz. And that remind me of because I've been doing a lot of editing. I've been watching a lot of our films so I can do stuff. I remember one episode where we was talking about blueprints, and you remember one of the times I said on there, I said that sometimes on your blueprint you might read your blueprint, but you never cut a 4x4 wooden plank or whatever it is, a wooden plank from a tree. You never had to cut the tree down and do it all by yourself. So some measurements you're gonna get wrong. Some measurements you're gonna get right. Sometimes you're gonna cut the the wood too thick. Sometimes you're gonna cut it too thin. And it's always about just making sure you don't quit and keep cutting until you get exactly what you need on your blueprint. So man, I love that message, cuz it kept going. That's where I'm at too in life all the time. Keep going. Like I just told you, cuz I feel like my life is a movie, man. A movie, man. Check this out, man. Let me run this before, man. I don't know what made me just think this. I gotta get this off my chest, man. Living life, going through life, man. I want everybody to know this, man. I know this is about to be like I jumped right off the board with this, but man, we gotta as and I feel like this is our fault too, as man. We like I was having a discussion with my mom, and my mom goes like, yeah, you know, your life was easy. Your life was easy because she quote unquote felt like she made sure I had clothes and food and all that. You know what I mean? I told my mama nothing about my life was easy. Getting right here wasn't easy, and she knows that. She knows that, but she's just trying to say it's easy as far as try to cover, make it seem like my traumas is gonna mess up her parenting, which is just not. My kids gonna have traumas. Their kids gonna have traumas. We all gotta overcome something when we come to this earth, right? But all that being said, man, we gotta learn how. Also me talking to that one guy. I got his interview on here. It's gonna drop too. I forgot his name, but he was with his kid at Black Joy. That reminded me of that too. Yeah, Reggie.
Shout out to Reggie.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie. That reminded me of that too. And that reminded me to say this too. Man, we gotta start as men. We gotta start letting people know, the world know that the effects on coming up with a single mother. All this, I'm single mother, and it's paraded so much. And we don't understand the effect it has on melanated men growing up. And I feel like it's our fault too as men because we don't express it with our moms. Yeah, mom, you did the best you can do. I'm the best. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I didn't work all myself here. But talking to my mom, because you know me and my mama talk. We're not too far in age, so you know what I mean. You know, I feel like as men, I feel we cover it up too much. I didn't tell her about the wild stuff I had to go through. For instance, man, you know, so for people who follow this or know, they know I share the reason how I figured out why I was so overprotected. Watching my mama get beat at a young age when I couldn't do nothing. So when I could do something, it got me on what? Don't look at my sister. Don't look at my little brother. Don't look at my big brother. Don't look at my cousin. Don't look at my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made me like that. So I was like, man, you know, just having real discussions. I'm like, wow, us as men, we don't really let the world know that the effects it's having on us melanated black men, and probably why the cycle keep going. A lot of black men don't have fathers. Some of them do step up. Some of them don't. Some of them be like, shit, I didn't have no daddy. He'd be okay without me. You know what I mean? Some of them do. But I feel like as a whole, we need to start talking about it as more. It's messing up the community. And a lot of women bump into these bitter men who messed up. And they be like, why are these men so messed up? Not knowing that they didn't have, it's a real needed to have. Please look up the damn statistics of having a father in the home. Cuz I'm tired of telling people this. This is real. And you know, I'm learning this. I'm like, man, we parade the single mom. We parade the dude who got all these baby bumps. Oh, he a player. You know, oh, she a single mom. She doing it. Why are we giving, you know, we need to stop. We need to stop and look at the truth. And I'm not only saying this because I'm married, but this is just the truth. We need to start honoring giving our badges to the people who having families. The people who creating the moms and dads at home. The married women need badges. The married man need badges. So our kids can know who to look up to. So our kids can know who to be. For the ones who don't have that guidance. You don't want to be, you don't, it's a lot. I don't know how it does for a single, for a mom, for a woman growing up. Well, only her mom growing up, but shit, it's hard. So much I had to overcome. I had to teach myself a lot of things. I had to teach myself how to be a husband. I had to teach myself how to be a father. I had to teach myself how to trust man, how to take criticism, how to take how to be inspired by another man. All of that, how to love another man. All of that, you know what I mean? You feel me? All of that was something I had to work on myself. Like me and Reggie was talking about. it made you, as a growing up, especially made you hard headed. Oh no, mama can't tell you nothing because she ain't never had a dick. And that's just plain and simple how we thinking at that time as a 15-year-old or whatever, 12, whatever age little boy. By the time you get to it, we never had no dick. That comes first thing in your head. I don't know how. And then after that, see, you the man of the house. Man normally the ones who protect and do all that in the house. So somebody come up in the house, even though you 12, you can protect mama. You know what I mean? So all you gotta put that's all on little boy mindset. Don't matter how much you try to baby him and all that, he always gonna feel like, oh, he need to hurry up and get some money so mama can retire. Oh, he need to take care of mama. All this stuff, all of that, bro. You know that reflects on the child as they growing up, bro. They feel like an adult. They start becoming rebellious. You can't tell me nothing. My mama couldn't tell me nothing at that point. Hell, and who gonna punish me? My daddy ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who gonna punish me? I gotta punish myself. And so that made another side of me where I felt like I can just do whatever I want, say whatever I want. Ain't no consequences. Who gonna do something to me? That's why a lot of these young people who we bump into, they don't be saying they don't be acting like that. Like, who gonna do something to me? What's gonna happen? If you look into it, you'll see why. That's why. That's one of the major reasons why they so-called the man at the house at a young, early age, where they don't know how to be a man. They've never been guided by another man. And man, and my fault for going on a rant like that, cuz.
This is
good. Man, I've been holding that in, cuz, man. Reggie talked about, shout out to you, Reggie, bro. If you're watching this, please comment, bro. We gonna have you on the interview anyway, and I'm gonna put in one of the says, "This is Reggie, the guy I was talking about, y'all."
This is dope.
But nah, man, on some serious note though, cause that we gotta start acknowledging the truth. As men too, we gotta stop hiding it from our moms. We gotta let our moms know. I had to let my mom know, like, dang, mom, you did do a great job. Like I gave her compliments on a couple episodes, on different ones. I said how I saw her grow up from not being in the projects, being a little hood rat, to being a goddess that she is. You know what I mean? My mama is, out of all my friends, I feel like she is the reason why I stayed alive as well. You know, because a lot of my friends' mamas eventually gave up on them. My mama never gave up on me. My mama never gave me to the police. Like a lot of times, police knock on that person door. They come in, they mama let them, police take them out. Like, no, you not.
I got a whole story about that.
You knocking on my mama door looking for her son. Her son not even here. Hey, go hide, Taron. Hey, her son ain't nowhere to be found, motherfucker. You can't come in here without no warrant. You know what I mean? By the time you get that warrant, man, we done figured out I done got an escape route. But guess what? When she get her hands on me, she gonna beat my ass. hey, she gonna choke slap me. She gonna put me in all type of moves, the full Nelson. She gonna discipline me. I'm not saying don't discipline me. I'm saying you discipline your kids. But yeah, cuz, man, so that's just growing up with it. We gotta really start putting badges on married. We gotta start saying and listening. We gotta start giving them badges and listening. We keep listening to all these bitter men and all these bitter women. We gotta stop listening to them. They are people who we not supposed to listen to. They bitter, they mad, and they frustrated. They gotta get themselves together. They're not even knowing. That's why you keep bumping into the same crowd of people. But anyway, we need to give more back to successful married people.
Yes. Keywords, for sure. Also, too, man, thank you for sharing that, because that's
no problem, girl.
Wow, got me thinking about so much as you were speaking.
Yeah, because it's just the truth.
When you say that we need to give badges to this specific segment of people, right? Mm-hmm. On the other side of that coin, people may feel as if they don't want to get married or don't want to have children or don't want to be a generational dysfunction breaker.
Okay.
or a curse breaker, however you want to word it.
What
would your message be for those people that that identify as that, but still have those same issues as you or somebody similar to you?
So basically, people who don't want to end generational dysfunction, they don't want to start a family?
Yeah.
I can tell them this, man. What's their motivation? A lot of people don't have a lot of motivation to live. So the first thing I tell them, ask them is, why are you mismotivated? Why you don't mismotivated? I make my own word. Why you have a lack of motivation? Where's your where is this coming from? I know it's coming from a place of darkness. Something happened on the line. Now it's time you gotta heal yourself. If you're not at that point of time, and then on that higher speaker, say if somebody does want to end generational dysfunction, but they don't want to get married, and they don't want to have a baby or none of that, that's fine. That's okay. I'm saying for people who do want to have all this, we need to stop giving the badge to the single mom, the player dad. That's all I'm saying. They need to get they shit taken away. We need to start, the people who do want to build a family and do this, we need to give them the people the badges. We need to know who to look to. You don't have to have a family to be successful, to end generational dysfunction. However, if you want to have kids, I highly recommend you do have them in the same household, because co-parenting has the same problems. And the only thing I'm saying is, yes, your kids, you can go over the loops and fight the loops all you want to. And your kid won't fall in the statistic. But what I'm saying is, if you look at every part of life when black folks been successful, every part of life when black folks have been successful, before slavery, after slavery, during slavery, every period, our ancestors, it's always been because of a family in the household has been together.
I agree with that 1,000,000%. And I also
it's facts, cuz it's not even I'm not knocking you for agreeing. I'm just saying this is facts. Yeah. This is nothing to even agree with. This is just like, it's facts.
You put it on a silver platter for sure. And I was gonna say this earlier too. It escaped me, but it just came back to me. Yeah, I was listening to a clip on social media, and I forgot the guy that was talking. It was a brother, and he said he just started naming some very, very famous people, like entertainers, athletes, stuff like that, right? He said Serena and Venus Williams had guidance growing up. They had somebody to tell them what to do, and they became the best tennis players in the world. And he said the same thing about Floyd Mayweather, Tiger Woods, Michael Jackson. I think he said Michael Jordan too. Yeah, his dad. And all of those common things, right? The men were the leading person telling them what to do. Yeah. But all of those athletes are entertainers. And then you can add Beyonce in there too, her dad. Yeah. And I think we, as a society, I think we underestimate the importance of having that father in the household. The strength in your point and the strength in your perspective, what you're saying is extremely important. And the guy was saying all those people that I just named, these are people that are known globally. Yeah. Like if you show a picture of these people anywhere on earth,
everybody know Michael Jackson.
Would know who they are. Yeah. Both versions of Michael.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
It don't matter. They would know who that is. Yeah. This is a global thing. But they all had their fathers in their lives.
In the house, cuz not.
I don't even know if they was in the house. I don't even know.
I
know
Serena
giving them guidance.
I know they live with their dad. I know Michael, both of the Michaels live with their daddy. I know Beyonce lived with her daddy.
Tiger,
I don't know about Tiger.
He had his dad. He had his pops in his life, giving him guidance. I think we downplayed it. I think in my generation,
Yeah.
and this is just an observation, and this is an opinion piece. I think a lot of people in our generation are looking forward to being fathers more than a lot of men in our generation are looking forward to being fathers more than being husbands.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
It's just purely my observations.
Ooh, tell me,
This
cuz.
is no statistical studies whatsoever.
I agree, though.
Fully my opinion.
What's your opinion? Fully on your opinion, what's your problem with it? What's the problem you think with that, cuz? In your opinion.
It is a problem with that.
Yeah. What is it? I'm asking. In your opinion.
And the problem is the co-parenting thing. And I know people on both sides of the spectrum. Like I don't have nobody around me in my circle that aren't great fathers. Like I have people, I'm telling you, like my,
I
like
believe you, cuz. I know.
cause I don't fuck with nobody that ain't representing their children.
What I just tell you
I
earlier
don't
when we was in
stand
the
on that.
car, I
I
just
don't
said,
stand on that
when
at
I
all.
say,
Like I
cuz
ain't,
don't know nobody if they not.
I'm not messing with. I'm not saying hi to you. If you look me dead in my eye and push me, I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't rock with you. I don't got nothing to say to you. The problem is, it's an issue. Like I said, I know people on both sides of the spectrum. I know this for a fact. Even if anybody that I love dearly are in that situation, where they have to co-parent or not, they're outstanding fathers.
Yeah.
I don't mess with nobody that's not an outstanding father. And I also extend extra grace too, because I know when people have been in those situations, like things may have not worked out, but like I said, they stepping for their children.
Yeah.
They are stepping for their children, and it may not work out for a multitude of reasons, on the spiritual, physical, mental, emotional level, or financial level. I don't know, and it's really none of my business.
Yeah.
But like I said, just an observation and an opinion that the men in our generation are way more excited or way more willing to be fathers and to be husbands.
Great.
And I'm saying this for I've been there before. And I came from a household where my parents were married. I was like, yo, I don't want that type of marriage. That marriage worked for them extremely well. How they were married wouldn't work for me, and that's okay. But how they made it work for them, it worked for me. So I'm extremely grateful for that.
Yeah.
And whenever we start putting that in, and that's with us too. Like you said, men earlier. I think a lot of this comes from us taking a step back, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
In all these different statistical categories. I heard an elder say as well, women started getting called, basically to paraphrase it, women didn't start getting called B words until we start calling ourselves dogs. And that's completely on us.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all that to say we have to be accountable in our generation. That's the quote unquote millennial generation. Like, fellas, we got to be accountable. We got to step up on a huge level so we can be able to shift the paradigm, change the lineage, heal ourselves. And it's a continual thing. Healing is continual. It's not like oh, I made it, I'm done, let me go rest. Nah, bro. It's a continual thing. I think when we get that back into it, like, I want to be married too.
Yeah.
But I also think a lot of that comes from the lack of father in the household too.
Yeah.
And then from my perspective, I was there, but I just got there from a different perspective. Like, yeah, that type of marriage I saw, that's not what I want. But what I saw worked for me. And now I have my own legs. I gotta walk now, and that didn't work for me. So I'm just really stepping into my manhood. Now I had to figure manhood out for myself, essentially. Like you were saying, you had to figure stuff out when you were growing up. So I had to figure that shit out when I was in my mid-20s, really stepping into manhood for real. I'm like, oh shit, Pops is not here right
now. That shit was probably like, what the fuck?
It still is like, what the fuck?
Damn, it's still like that? It forever will be.
Yeah.
Forever will be. Yeah. Damn.
Forever. So, man, I'm off my soapbox, but it was a very, very important message I needed to share. That was on my heart. That was my right. You know what I'm saying?
So, well, speaking of that, cuz, that I want to shit. We can touch on that. That wanting to be a father more than a husband, man. And let me tell y'all something. In my opinion, man. Everybody always like kids, who go first. First of all, it shouldn't be who go first. First of all. First of all, it shouldn't be no who go first. And nobody had to decide whether it's the kids or your spouse or the kids. First of all, it shouldn't be no motherfucking debate about it. Everybody is a family. Shit, one of us drowning, I'm going to save somebody and the other person going to help me save the other person. We work as a family. Yep. You know what I mean? That's first of all.
Yep.
Shit, who I'm going to save. We all three drowning. If anybody drowning, goddamn it. Hey, you feel me? Shit, we all drowning. But anyway, yeah, fuck it. We gonna die trying to save each other. All three of us is walking out of this bitch. But anyway, man. So, that's first of all. Second of all, man, people got to remember this. Without the parents, there wouldn't be no child. Point blank, period.
Yep.
The parents are the glue.
Yep.
The parents are the glue. It's essentially like a boat, right? Being the parents is the boat, trying to get the boat to travel through this journey of car life with all this waves and all this other land and all this, et cetera, et cetera. Excuse me. That's why you did that earlier. It's that watermelon juice. But
together.
Yeah, but okay, so it's like the boat. Initially, the parents would be the boat itself.
Mm-hmm.
The kids would be the cargo. The kids would be the people. This cargo, these people are not gonna go through this life well. Or they can swim. It's gonna take them forever. Hopefully they swim. Some of them gonna drown. They can float on the cargo. They can do other ways, but it's gonna be harder for them to get to one path to the next path. Parents are the boat. Supposed to make it smoother. Boom.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. Of course you're gonna lose cargo. Of course you're gonna lose people. That's part of the journey. However, if you got that boat, bro, you got that boat forever. Even when your parents gone, they taught you how to build this boat. You know what I mean? You got this boat. It's hard, but shit, that's normally when people who got their parents for longer years, bro. Like, you didn't have your pops for that long. And so we got to make sure we sticking together, because at the end of the day, without each other, there's no child. So I don't get why people want to build a child with somebody, but not raise the child with each other. They want to do it separately. Even when you adopt it. Like I'm keep saying this. Go look up the statistics, man. Go look it up. This shit is real, cuz. It's no gimmick. And then if you don't believe in statistics, just look around you. Start asking people who doing good in life what they doing. Like I told cuz one day, I said, man, I'm starting to be around a whole bunch of people who had daddies growing up. I said, I don't know where a lot of y'all brothers come from. I didn't know it was this many brothers with daddies. I said, damn, y'all grew up with daddies? I'm like, man, I'm starting to feel like, damn, y'all cool with y'all daddies? Like, damn, it's like, wow. And I don't know where I was going with that, but still though, man, it's just like I keep saying, it's the facts, man. Look up statistics. The more that's where I was going with that. The more successful I'm becoming in life, I don't even like doing that. Fuck that. The more successful I'm becoming in life, I'm gonna say that with my chest out. The more successful I'm becoming in life, the more I'm starting to meet higher people with higher vibrations. See, I didn't say they was better people. Yeah. It was people who are vibrating in another type of frequency, whether it be financially or whatever. And I'm figuring out a lot of these people, these brothers grew up with parents in their house, bro. You know, it's an important thing, man. Family, man. Oh man, let's let them know, man. We did Black Joy. That's why I think we're so deep on this, man, because we finally saw how I was touching y'all. Excuse me, for the first time, man. Goodness. For the first time, we went to where we went to, cuz
we got to talk about both of them.
Yeah, what was the first one?
Both of them. The first one was
Juneteenth.
The Juneteenth, Indie Juneteenth Festival at Military Park. And we did like 17 interviews that day.
Yeah.
And it was super dope just to go out there and that was just get our feet wet, just to see what we've been working on, just to prove the concept and expose it to the people, the community.
Man, y'all gave us so much feedback.
Man, so much love, so much feedback, so many great connections were forged during that, or created, not forged, or created during that process. One thing that touched me the most, and I would like for you to give like three things, recapping three things from that event that really like, all right, we got something here, really like touched you.
The Juneteenth one?
Yeah, the Juneteenth. We're going to do three for each one of them.
Okay, Juneteenth had to be that older lady, that historian who came up to us and said, man, we doing the most powerfulest thing in that area at the time. She said, and that's utilizing this time to get your families back together.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. That hit us up because she's a historian. She said she studied a lot of things. She said, and that is one. She said, without families, there's no culture. There's no food. What she say? There's no food. There's no fashion. What she say? Cause there's no community, no neighborhood.
Nothing.
She's a historian, cuz a person who studies history
for a living. She makes a living in the system, studying and stuff.
And she told us what we already know. She said, because everything was created by families. We know that, but that's the message we're stressing.
Yeah.
You know, so that got to be one, and that touched me a lot.
That's my top one too.
Yeah, that touched me a lot. That's why I ain't gonna hold you. Second one, man, gotta be man, the vibe. It gotta be the vibe at that one. That one was, dude, I forgot his name, but he photobombed me. Me and him ended up being cool, connecting. Something Smith. I know his last name Smith, man. He was cool, man. The vibe there was great. Everybody we interviewed was dope. Everybody. We interviewed so many people there. It was just like everywhere you turned, it was somebody doing something positive. And we was by art. Man, we had a great time there. Third one gotta be that one was dope. The third one that touched me the most was my family, my grandma and them, and my son. He got to be in his first podcast. I know my daughter probably got in one of the videos too, but I know my son sat on my lap because he wanted to get in there. And man, he just kept saying, "Lead Your Lineage podcast, Lead Your Lineage." Every day he say that now. He still be saying it to this day. He be like, "Yeah, Daddy, because your podcast, Daddy? Watch your podcast, Lead Your Lineage podcast, Daddy. My daddy got a podcast." He meet people. Guess what he tell them? My daddy got a podcast. Lead Your Lineage. He be like, "Man, go watch my daddy podcast." I be like, okay, son and son. But yeah, man, so, my daughter already be on it. So, shout out to my daughter. I ain't gonna leave her out, but she be on it. Y'all already know I be bragging. But he's just now starting to come to the age where I'm thinking he's starting to pay attention. It's hitting him now. It's like, Daddy be on YouTube, Daddy. Daddy, you Yeah, so it's good seeing that. So that really hit him at that moment. That had to be the third one for me. How about you, Big Cuz? What would be your top three?
First one, definitely when this story, and she looks like us too. We talked to her for probably like a good, shit, damn, like 20 minutes.
Probably so.
She was just pouring into us for like 20 minutes. We could have had probably 2 or 3 more interviews, but we were just sitting there talking to her.
And I really talked to her. She was great.
Yeah, and that was needed. And we need to reach out to her too.
We do.
Look up some of her stuff too. We can do that one these Saturdays or Sundays.
Let's do it.
Pull up or do that or something. And as she said, we were the most important table at that event. And I've literally thought about that every day since she said that.
For real, cuz?
Real shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Every day I think about that. Like I was like, family, when I tell y'all I was all in before she even said that, her saying those words as an elder and with her career expertise and what she dedicated her life to, that lit an additional fire under my ass.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So that's without a doubt definitively number one. Everything else is far behind that, but still super dope.
After I named that, it was, I don't know, my son sent me is right, those two right there, but man, that was hard.
2 was just us pulling that off in general.
Yeah.
That was just our first one.
No, that wasn't our first one.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like that type of vibe at the event.
Yeah,
the first event we did, we didn't think to do that.
No,
we didn't think to do that. Nor did we have the equipment to do that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that just speaks to our growth.
Yeah,
you know, like in the totality perspective of it. When we did our very first vending event, we didn't have any of the equipment we used that day.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the tent. We didn't know where all those pictures were.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of the laptops I used, but I didn't have both of them. So it was just a lot of different. It was just a lot of growth between the first one to the second.
To be honest, the first one, you barely could tell what we was doing. If you didn't, if you didn't like come up to us and ask us, the other one you can be like, okay, it look like they interviewing people. Now when we do, like, look like they interviewing people.
Absolutely, most definitely. And then the third one for me was, I would say, seeing what it could be as we keep growing. Just seeing what it could be. Just being in the environment and seeing what it actually could be in the long run. In terms of, okay, we can set this up here, we can set this up here, and create literally a whole village at an event. We can have our own little town in that, in the event that we're at. So that was super dope for me. And I got some plans. I'm gonna talk to you off camera that I want to do for next year to get that on a whole different level.
Okay.
So that was my top 3.
How about Black Joy?
First, gotta tell them about Black Joy first.
Yeah, man.
So Black Joy Festival.
You gotta tell them. Hey, hold on. Did we cover everything about Indie Juneteenth? Juneteenth was dope, man.
Super dope. Shout out to Dub.
Yeah.
Shout out to James Webb. And his wife.
Dub, you know
shout out to the Webbs.
Shout out to the Webbs. I might be related to them, man.
You might be.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You might be. So yeah, that was super dope. The event itself,
it was fat. It was a lot of people there.
A lot of folks.
A lot of people there, man. I say when we first interviewed people, that was our first time we was going through them a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We were just, hey, what's up? Let's interview. A lot of people, you know what? A lot of people was vulnerable. We got a lot of people vulnerability. I didn't even realize that was going to happen. Yeah. People got real vulnerable. I'm talking about like people shocked me. Not people, our people, melanated people. I was like, man, they really giving out love. It's like, that was another confirmation to say what we doing is healing people. What they say after they got done, a lot of people say, man, I really needed to do that. I really needed to say that. I'm like, oh, dang, for real. Because you know us, we do it all the time. So it's like normal thing to us. But it's normal, but, a little bit not normal, but still. We do it all the time. So hearing that was dope at that event.
Absolutely. I agree with that 1,000,000%. And Black Joy was just a culmination of capturing the essence of our people in the art space. So it was at Riverside Park.
Yeah.
And they had different people performing and on the main stage, and we were off to the side. We had our setup.
We was off to the side.
Yeah, it was.
We
were in the way, but out the way.
Yeah,
that makes sense. They had some phenomenal food trucks there, and we couldn't be in the midst of everybody because of the audio quality of the videos that we did record that day. So we had to scoot down a little bit. So it's kind of like we were isolated. I kind of like that though.
Me too.
To be honest, we weren't in the mix of everybody, and we could really have those important conversations.
That's what I'm about to say. Because what the difference between, I connected with everybody, but the difference between Juneteenth and Black Joy, it seemed like Black Joy people, since we was like kind of at the end of ducked off, they kind of spent more time with us.
Yep.
No, sometimes we was their first, because sometimes people was coming this way. You remember it was our first people. So, and we was like, we wasn't by a lot of people, so you can hear us. We wasn't trying to talk over the generators and all that, and it was more of a connection. We got less interviews that
they were longer though,
but they were longer, and people were more engaging with us. We was having longer conversations, especially before we even hit the camera, before and after. Before we hit the camera, and after we turned the camera off, we were just having long conversations. And
also too, I gotta give Joe Brown a shout out. I gotta give Cuz a shout out too, man. My voice was a little hoarse that day. So Cuz stepped up in the major way. I only did a couple interviews.
Hey man,
Cuz stepped up and did his thing for the brand. So
man, Cuz, man, you already know, appreciate it, man. You know they hit me up and was gonna give me an Oscar, but I told them no because I never disrespect Patai. You know what I mean? Hey, you know they called me up and asked, hey, never even, guess what? It was gonna be for the award for the best movie star who never appeared in a movie. They had your boy.
I feel I'm probably gonna make up something on camp and get that to him.
Hey, man. Hey, your boy. So if you making movies, man, that's showing black positive, I'm not about to act like no gangster on your movie. I'm not gonna shoot nobody. Let me rephrase it. Depending on who I'm shooting. I shoot some people in the movie, but I ain't shooting nobody that look like me. You know what I mean?
Man,
on your movies, man.
He's something else.
Hey, but nah, man, for real, man.
What was your top 3 from Black Joy?
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Black Joy, yeah, man, it was dope, cause we connected, especially with Joe Brown. That's what I was about to say. Joe Brown.
Yep, shout out to Joe Brown.
Man, we really was having conversations with people, man, to the point we couldn't even get set up in time.
Yep.
It was just like, being that Black Joy, let me tell them this, cuz. Let me tell them this, man. This probably can be one of my moments, too, before, because, I'm about to rant. But at Black Joy, man, y'all won't believe what happened to me. So I'm walking. I'm walking. I think we was about to start asking people for interviews, but we didn't even end up doing it. It was just so much. People was always at our table. But anyway, I was about to walk around to go interviews, and something told me to go this way. So I go this way, and it's this fair light-skinned lady looking at me. She older, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She like, how you doing? She gave me one of those. It was like, she gave me one like, I'm like, oh, she looking at me like this. So I'm keep walking. I'm about to say, look, woman, I'm married. But anyway, look, woman, I'm married, baby. I'm sorry. So I goes back past. She said, hey, you my nephew. So I look. I'm like, you joking?
This is
real. This is no gimmick. This is real life. I said, who, me? Me? She started naming my daddy. She started naming my mammy. She started naming both of my grannies. I said, oh man. Then she named my grandpa. That's his daughter. So she was like, yeah, I'm your grandpa's daughter. Da, 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 da. I'm like, dang, I forgot he got so many kids. I don't know how many kids he got. So, you know, I was like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. I said, man, I got her number. She called me. She followed me on Facebook. When I accepted her friend request, I hit her. I said, what up, auntie? I just met. So, you know, I really bumped into her auntie. We was talking. I got her number. She told me how I can reach my grandpa easily. He'd be over there at her house. I'm gonna pull up to my auntie, chill and kick it with her, see how she living and see how she feeling, man. It was just divine, cuz talking about family, being about family, and end up bumping into family.
Yeah.
I wasn't 30 at the time, I was still 29, but met my auntie at 29 years young. I was so shocked, it threw me off. It made me feel like confused. I'm like, well, I'm glad I met her. I'm glad I know I got her number. I can come over there and hang and all of that. But dang, why am I just now meeting you? I feel like this is like, dang, you seem like a cool person. I should have been knowing you. We could have been. And then her daughter, we don't know each other, but we know of each other. You know what I mean? How about if something happened between me and her daughter? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm just being 100. All because people don't get families together no more. And that's my first cousin. Well, that's my first cousin. If that's my auntie and that's her daughter, that's my first cousin, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because we don't get families together, man. I just met my auntie that day. So yeah, that's something that Black Joy event, man. Another thing, I met my family. That can be it. Another thing, I said it, but I'm gonna say it again. The connections we made there with the people we actually interviewed that time, the twins, everybody, man.
That's super dope.
Man, everybody. We just got super cool with them. Everybody was talking. People actually stopped and subscribed. So shout out to all y'all at those events. And then my third one probably be what would my third one be, man? Probably the actual party. That party was rocking. They had that DJ and that stage. They was going. I came in there. I came in on that beat. That beat came on. My hatmat's in my bag. And you know I'm better.
Swag surfing.
You know I'm finna swag when I surf. Hey, no, I just what to say. Hey, that was my.
Who you messed up the legs?
Hey, cause I don't.
But the vibe was right though.
Hey,
I saw the recap. The vibe was dope.
Hey, yeah.
The vibe was dope for sure. Everybody was vibing.
Man.
And it looked like all y'all's coordinated too.
Yeah, we was, man. We was.
Probably a couple of y'all left foot people in there.
We was swag. We was swag. Even if I was left footed, I was blending in because I'm so swaggy.
I ain't call you.
No. I was just saying. Even if I was left footed, I'd be one of the coldest 2 left foot dancers that ever existed.
Absolutely, because you my cousin.
Hey,
that's
man,
all the reason.
Nah,
man, for me,
yours, though, cuz?
Black Joy, I have a similar story.
Yeah.
I'm at was able to really.
And this is real life stories, y'all. This is like no gimmick, man.
Yeah, it's real life.
Oh man, this is real.
I was able to reconnect and meet one of my cousins.
Yeah.
On my father's side.
2 of them.
Well, no. I knew Nene. Like me, yeah. I've been knowing Nene, been knowing Nene. It was how it happened was so divine as well, because her and her family just stopped at our table.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they were doing. They like stopped, and she was like looking for something, or her partner was looking for something. I don't know what it was, but they just stopped right there, like in the back of the tent, and I just so happened to turn around. I'm like, and I walk over. I was like, hey, and she's like, we just made eye contact. I was like, you're my cousin.
Exactly how it went.
She's like, huh?
Yeah, exactly what she said too.
And I was like, yep, I was like, Bertha Ransom is my grandmother. Like, that's my Aunt Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, you were at her homeborn service. And we just got to chopping it up and whatnot, and it was just like so divine. It was like, yo, she's supporting heavy what we had going on. And it was just like, yo, like you just never know who you gonna run into. And it's really
Black
like
Joy. How do we bump into family at Black Joy?
And we bumped into family members, y'all. The vibe was family reunion ish for sure.
Yeah.
For the entire event.
It was.
But we really ran into family members in real life, in real time. We got we ran into people, we got the same DNA in our blood.
Yeah.
Different levels, of course, but same DNA, same cells, you know what I'm saying? So that was super dope for me. That was number one by a long shot, cuz. Number two, and honestly, shout out to Good Vegan, Bad Vegan too. Them raw tacos. Woo! Hey, them things fire.
Man, I got in the car.
I'm gonna be back soon.
Hold on, they got a store?
They just got I think they just got the food truck.
Well, I'm about to find the food truck.
I'm not for sure though.
Oh, I need to find y'all food truck.
We're gonna pull up.
If y'all watching
Lead Your Lineage gonna pull up the Good Vegan, Bad Vegan. We coming.
For real.
We about that vegan life. You know what I'm saying? We about that healthy lifestyle for sure. So we pulling up again one of these days. So just be ready for y'all interview. We interviewing y'all too. Speaking into existence.
And I'm eating on the show the whole time we interviewing. I'm eating. I'm hungry. I want some.
We're gonna reach out to them. We're gonna reach out to them too after we get to recording. Number three for me. And like I mentioned, y'all, I didn't do many interviews. My voice was a little hoarse, but the ones I were able to conduct were super dope. I think I had 3 interviews maybe.
I don't know, cause
I had like 2 or 3.
No, you. How many do we have that day?
It was like 10.
You had 10, cause you had 10.
Yeah, we had 10. I really enjoyed interviewing the twins.
Yeah,
that was super dope. Just having them. I think just their aura is like super dope.
It's super dope. Their
story is super dope.
And it was like something gravitated me towards them too.
Yep.
They were some beautiful ladies. I said something was like, I was like, man, I said, yeah. Then when one turned around, then at first I just thought they was the same height. You know how that be. I said, oh man, y'all twins. I got confused. One turned around, then she looked forward, then she turned. I said, oh shoot, what the hell just happened? But yeah, so they came through. That was dope.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that interview.
I like what they were saying too.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let them say it. But I like what they were saying.
Absolutely, they are powerful for sure. That was my top 3, cuz.
Yeah.
From the events, man.
Well, shout out to everybody with the events, man. We dropping the interviews. I know y'all saw them because I already know one is out right now. And if you ain't watched it, it's gonna be at the end of this video. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have it on the end where it be like, where it say, you know, a suggested video should be next.
We gonna get it together for sure.
Yeah,
man, that's been these events, cuz, have been life changing, life transforming.
Yeah, they have.
It's really helping me see the impact Lead Your Lineage is doing right now when people don't even know who we are. Or we're just being who we are.
Man, think about how much feedback we got at Black Joy too. I just thought about that. People was like, man, y'all really doing this. This is wild. I'm like, man, it feels different knowing.
Yeah, I can't leave that out. Yeah. Bro. Shout out to my guy Chris.
Yeah.
No, I actually saw him on Saturday too at the mental health conference. You know, he does some video stuff for Gary.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Chris, man. He was he chopped it with us after the interview, and he was like, man, it's very, very dope to see people in my generation getting on the podcast and talking about something of substance. I'm bringing that to the table.
So it was rare.
Absolutely. And like he's in the space for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So that was super dope just to hear that from him.
Especially if he's feeling
And I
Gary
went
stuff, you know.
and I went to school with him too. So
Yeah.
that's even more of a
They went to
bringing
that
it home.
ball
You know what I'm
ripple.
saying? Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to the alum. Shout out to the alumni for sure. So yeah, that's a not an honorable mention. That's right up there with everything else too, for sure.
Yeah,
The number one, completely me and my cousin, and reconnecting with her.
Okay, yeah, man. I have fun both, man. I'm ready to do some more events.
We coming back. We coming back.
I'm
It's
ready
gonna be
to do
better.
some more events.
It's gonna be better than the last two.
I
When we
am,
come to the
man.
next one. I think we have to get to one each month while it's still warm outside.
Hell yeah.
We gotta find something. We gotta find something.
Hell
So
yeah.
I got a vendor event, and then while you know, it started getting a little on the nippy side. Probably about mid-October.
Yeah.
Up here in the Midwest, mid-October, late October for sure.
For real.
Mid-October start to turn. You know what I'm saying? So
August be hot, scorching hot.
Yeah, August and July.
I'm going to the beach every day, every weekend.
Yeah, we coming. We coming back to another one here soon. We'll let y'all know when we get to the next one though, for sure. Y'all will know. Y'all gonna meet us there. Matter of fact, y'all gonna beat us there for sure. So yeah, man, how you feeling? Cuz you want to end this thing, man?
We can end this one. How long this one is?
Man, this long enough.
Hey, well, shoot, it's
long enough.
Time to end it, man. I appreciate.
We can go on and on about these events.
Yeah, these events.
Absolutely.
This fixing these families, man. We talked a lot today, man.
We did.
We got a lot of stuff off our chest. It was serious, man.
Y'all feeling this couch? That what y'all think?
Man, this couch
you feeling the cuz?
Hell yeah, it got me laid back. I'm telling you, man. We can't do.
I'm glad he didn't fall asleep in this one. See, here you go. You go. Man, wake your ass up.
That'd be you. If anybody, hey, cuz go to sleep at every party. You the only. Hey,
man, I was up longer than you at yours.
No, you wasn't. You was downstairs. I went upstairs. Cuz
I know.
I had to get my face together. I had to
take a nap.
People. You know what I mean?
Man, he went upstairs taking a nap.
No, I wasn't. I was on the phone.
It was because this is your day. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. I'm just calling it what it is.
Hey, man, but listen, man. You take you go to sleep at every function.
I just
every function you go to sleep.
Cause look, I just be blinking for a long time. I'll keep going. So I just blinking for a long time. I trained myself to blink for a long time.
Cuz be watching the movie in the back of his eyelids at every function. Every function I ever been, it ain't not one function, cuz it ain't not one function you stayed on.
He's lying. I'm not gonna call him out though. I'm gonna let him have his joke. He lying.
Cuz, hey man, we gonna have. If y'all know us, man, personally, y'all been watching this, man. Y'all part of the tribe. Tribe, let's have a vote. Hey, we on Survivor.
He lying.
Cuz go to sleep. Every function. Hey, I ain't even saying party. I say function. Whether we
That's why I'm
together,
saying you lying. You said party, I'm like, all right, let me shut up. You said function, I'm like, nope. Nah, hell no.
Any function that starts after 7 and if it's not over, before 8 or 9, cuz then went to sleep.
Nah, see, he's out of back. Nope. 8
or 9, cuz going to sleep.
Energy. Nope.
At the function now. If it's an early function, cuz you know what I said about you the other day. I said, man, I bet you cuz was watching Cheers, Golden Girls. Family Matters.
Yeah,
with mom and dad.
Nah, we not cool. We not cool.
Cuz was watching Golden Girls with Auntie. Oh man,
she be watching Western movies. That's what she be doing.
Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
What you and Unc was doing? What movies y'all was watching, man? Oh man, whatever.
Action movies.
Oh man, whatever movie. Hey, I know it wasn't no movie. Y'all was watching the old movies,
action
man.
comedy
if
movies.
the mugs wasn't made in the old time, the mugs had to be rated parent.
That's my mama. That's my mama for sure. My mama for sure. Man, watch out. Maybe off me, man. Nah, man. It's not. I say every other episode, it be your own people.
Cause man, I said that's why he ain't never saw none of the movies I be talking about.
You see, he had to retract the statement though. Gotta retract it because he was capping.
Ooh, no, I wasn't, man.
Man, you said every function.
Hey,
Now
man.
you said party.
You like an old person,
as
man.
after 7. I'll be like, you right, cuz, you might have a little point. I'll be blinking for a little bit. But no, he said function. I'm like, that's cap. I'm calling cap, as my young folks would say.
Man, you funny,
as my
cuz.
little cousins was like,
you right, though, cap. Man. If that party had won, and it end at 5, cuz gonna be the hypest person there. He gonna help you clean it. He gonna help you make it if you get there on time. And he gonna help you clean it. Not if it's too late, though. He going to sleep. And he ready to go. If it wasn't for Kobe, he'll be gone at 9 o'clock on the dot.
Nah, probably like 10:30.
Nah, here we go. If it wasn't for Kobe, man. Shout out to Kobe, man. But let's end this one, man.
All right, man.
I'm having too
much
fun.
Of him, man. Look, we got to have a conversation.
Man, I was having too much fun, man. You be gone, sleep.
Well, family, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Lead Your Lineage podcast.
Peace,
man.
Y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in with us. Thank y'all for staying locked in with us.
Agreed.
And as we always love to say, lead yourself so you can lead your lineage, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Peace. Stay melanated, man. Gotta go eat. All right, hit my knee.
Good.
All right, hit my knee.